And here's part 2 of a video I've already done, but here we go again.
This is the Old Guy Network.
Yep.
Welcome back to the Trailer Hood. It's me, the OG, Jay, but, you know, okay. Hey, this is part 2 of the unboxing of the WEN 6-inch benchtop joiner. Let's not waste any time. I already wasted your time before, so let's not do that anymore. So here we go, out to the shed, and we're going to put this thing together and show you how it works.
Now the first thing we want to do is put the fence on the fence bracket, and you want this end right here facing down, and then you want to put this right on here. Now there are little nuts right here, you can see them. You just have to make sure those are open enough so that it will slide inside the T-track. Because if it doesn't slide inside the T-track, it doesn't do you any good. And we have a little Allen wrench. At least there's a rumor I have a little Allen wrench. And we're going to be able to adjust those from this side. Okay? And we want to make sure we get that in the center. So we get that into the center, and then we tighten up these. And they don't have to be super tight, because there's 4 of them on there. That's not going anywhere. Now what we're looking at here is the back of the joiner. I've just turned it around, and there are 2 screws right here, and we want to take those off. Just like that. And then we're going to put them back on with this piece. This would have been a really good place to have another light. And I just did get some more lights. So I think I'll be putting some lights out here. But again, my vision is still a little iffy. So it doesn't matter if I can, you know, if it's bright enough anyway, I still can't see shit. And then use the enclosed Allen wrench to tighten this up. And make sure you get it good and tight. Not so tight that you break the heads off, but enough so this doesn't come apart, because that would be a bad thing. And there's that. Now make sure that this is loosened up so that this can move around. And we're going to place that right on top of here, on that bracket. Take a tightening handle, goes here, okay. Just had to make sure that worked. I had to see it for myself first. All right. So that just put the washer on, fit that right into the slot. This is a square nut. It goes right into the channel down below. And you just feed that through. Making sure not to get it cross-threaded. Now there is some adjustment on here. To adjust this, you pull this out. It has a spring on it. You pull this out and you can move this handle so that you can open that up and have enough room to adjust that. Now to tighten it up, like that's not tight enough. So we just pull that out, bring it down. Then we get it nice and tight. And I'll check that with a square later. Now we can pull it back out, put it just like that. Look at that. Beautiful. Or if you feel more comfortable having it down, there we go. Same thing with this one. So you can actually pick it up and put it so it's right going the same direction as the bracket. This I'm not too sure about. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, that's the front. Here's our power cord. Nothing special about that, right? Actually, I'm not going to plug that in yet. No, I'll wait to plug that in because I want to. Well, I want to make sure my vision's still good. So, all right. Like I showed you before, here's your safety switch. If you have little ones around or somebody you don't trust with the tool, you pull out this key, stick it in your pocket, and walk away. They can't start this without it. This will not start without it. So for you and I, the grown-ups in the room, I'm just going to leave that in there all the time. That's just the way I am. You'll notice too, it has a little arrow right here. You probably can't see that in the video, but it does. It has this nice little embossed arrow. I think they should have done that in red. But what that is, it just tells you the direction that the blade's going. Now I said before that I thought this was 3 blades. It isn't. It's 2 blades, which is fine. It's a small jointer, and hopefully it's going to work out all right. Now this is our depth gauge here. You adjust that with this handle right back here, but for now I'm going to set it on 0. And I don't have a nice precise straight edge. I have this. It's an iPro beam or a Pro I-beam. iPro beam, I don't know. Seems to be level. Let's hope so. I can check the fence against the table. Make sure we have 90 degrees. Now I should use something else, not this, but this is all I have right now, and that is way off. So I'm going to adjust this here. Are 2 little counter adjustments back here. I have to read the book, but that's pretty damn close just using this speed square. That's not the way to do this. You should have some more precise instruments to use, but this is my world. So that's what I've got. And from here, I mean, that looks pretty good. Make sure this is tight. It is. This one's tight. All right, we're almost there. Now, dust collection. That wasn't a big thing when I was a kid. We just let the dust hit the ground. We just, picked it up where it fell. But nowadays, everybody's got a vacuum, shop vac, or whatever. If you don't have a shop vac, it does come with a collection bag. And this is it right here. And this thing's pretty big. It's good size. On this side we have a little zipper, and then you take this spring and you put it at the other end of the bag, and then you put this back on. That a little better. All right, first day with a collection bag. I don't really know what the hell I'm doing here. So, Jesus, it's like King Kong's condom over here. All right, what I'm attempting to do is put the bag around the outlet and then put the spring on, and that seems to be better. Now there's an adapter on the outlet here. You have to open it up with a Phillips head screwdriver just a little bit, then I tightened it. So I basically just got a friction fit on here. But the bag should hold now. But we're going to need to move some stuff. And I don't want to lose my little wrench that I got with this. I'll put it right there for now. All right. I'll plug it in. Two things that I'm curious about. One is noise, and the other is vibration. Now this is not going to be the table that I use all the time for this, or it might, I don't know. If I am going to use it, I might have to beef it up a little bit. But for now, I'm not going to screw this down. I'm just going to put some clamps on it. My cheap ass clamps. I think I got these at Harbor Freight. And they've already broke once or twice. All right, let's see what happens when you turn it on. Let's get everything on. Not real loud. Not too bad at all, really. Let's set the depth for under 1/32. Yeah, it's just under 1/32. I'm going to use this little piece of oak. Now remember, our blade is going that way, so that means our material goes in this way, and I'm going to change this camera around so it's not in my way. One of the reasons I'm concerned about the vibration is when I turn on my vacuum and my table saw, it now shakes the camera and does something really funky. So I wonder if that's going to happen. Now, I don't know about you, but that's pretty damn nice. That's what it looked like before, and that's what a nice piece of oak looks like. Look at that grain. Hard to believe that came out of a pallet. All right, let's see if we can get a 90-degree between here and here. Actually, I'm gonna do this side. Open this up a little bit and bring it right to 1/32 of an inch. All right. I already see what I've done wrong. This fence, there we go. All right, I had that off by just a little bit. Let me check the fence again. All right, this should be better. Let's see. If I can find a square, hold on one second. I'm over here. I'm still putting this shot together. So I can't find my small squares. But I do have this one. And damn, that's pretty close. You're gonna have to trust me on that. That's pretty good. Now, people ask me, why don't you just have either a joiner or a planer? Well, this is why. If you look here, you'll see that this is a little thicker than this side. It would be really difficult to try to put this in at the appropriate angle to get both of these to be the same thickness. That's why you use a thickness planer. You put this in a planer after it's been jointed, and it will make both of these sides, both will look like this, but both sides will be nice and uniform. Both sides will be the same width. Now, some people say, well, then you don't need this. Just take this, throw it in a thickness planer, turn it over, put it in again, and you're done. Well, that's not true either, because if this board were cupped, that just means it would be like this shape. A thickness planer, when you put this in, rollers squish it down, cuts off the appropriate amount of wood, and then it retains its shape again. So you do this first, you get this nice and squared up as best you can, and then you put it in the thickness planer, and it comes out really, really nice. Now, why don't we do both sides? Same thing. If I were to run this side in here after doing this side, well, this might be a little bit thicker than this. So what we do is put this in, put it in this way, make sure this is 90 degrees and it's nice and flush, and if it is, you put this on your table saw, run the saw, the part that you just jointed, put that up against your table saw fence, and then cut here, and this board will be perfectly square all the way around. If it makes any sense, it'll be a perfectly square rectangle. But this is really amazing. The fact that I can take this and turn it into this.
And there you have part 2 of the unboxing of the WEN 6-inch joiner. And that was a hell of a lot faster than the original that I put up. So again, you know, I was trying something. But I hope you enjoyed this. I love the joiner. It's doing really, really well. It does everything I want it to do. I don't need a great big joiner, and if you don't need a big joiner, just something on your workbench, this will probably work out quite fine. I don't do a whole lot of big stuff right now anyway, and if I ever do, if I'm going to do the full-size benches again like I did last summer or last spring, whenever the hell it was, I would probably get a larger joiner for that. But for this, for what I do, for doing cutting boards, the squirrel picnic tables, flags, boxes, cigar boxes, that sort of thing, this is going to be perfect. So, hey, like I always do, 2 thumbs up, right? You know, why not? So that's it for this unboxing and demonstration, and this was part 2. If you didn't see part 1, you can go back. There's a link somewhere. I don't know. Look around. You'll find it. That's going to do it for me, the OG, the old guy from the Old Guy Network, and right straight here from the Trailer Hood. Until next time, I'm out.